This is a TubeBuddy production.
Okay guys, enough fun and games, enough silly little videos, time for some hard-hitting news stories, time for real life home truths, time for some controversy. Let's talk Black Ops 3 score streaks, mainly in the relation to the most recent buffs, patch update, hotfix as it's more commonly known now, as opposed to what exactly, a cold fix. It's funny because every year we get these new terms associated with Call of Duty, terms and phrases we would never use in everyday conversations. Buff, nerf, patch update, noob, scrub, wrecked, cum sucking muff dodger. Okay, that last one, perhaps that's just me and my online gaming vocabulary. But anyway, on topic here. Now just before I lead you on anymore, or if you're here to actually find out about the score streak buff and my in-depth analysis and breakdown of the hotfix, I do apologise. You are free to leave now. But I will give my honest opinion and share my thoughts on the recent update from my perspective. So as we all know by now, yes, I'm a little late to the party. Today, at the time I'm doing this commentary, it is December 11th. I don't think I'm going to upload this today because it's a little late. It will probably be tomorrow, Friday. So, happy Friday the 12th. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 score streaks have been majorly overhauled, and for some are actually quite usable now, and yes, some are still pretty shitty. Now from what I've used so far and over the past few days, I've noticed quite a substantial increase on their damage and usability and usefulness, if that's actually a word. Notably, the Rolling Thunder is one that stood out for me. Obviously pre-patch that thing was rubbish, it was complete garbage. They might as well have dropped fluffy plush teddy bears on the map, coming down with umbrellas, but really it was terrible. Now this is something since launch that I haven't touched on, is the score streaks, and for good reason, because as I say, they were terrible. And growing up as a child, my mum always told me, Mark, if you've nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. So I didn't, until now. And to be honest, I've nothing really that bad to say. The score streaks work. The Rolling Thunder now sweeps the entire full map like it did in that game that we won't mention because, as you all know, it makes me violently ill and I don't want to spend the rest of the commentary gagging on my own vomit. That just reminds me, that's twice I've used the word vomit in my last two commentaries. Ding ding, Higgsy's word of the week, vomit. And actually, before I forget, everyone's favourite little Disney car, Lightning McQueen, got a huge buff as well. Now it actually kills people, lots of people. Even those who use flak jacket cannot escape the menacing little fucking remote control suicide car. But to be honest, I kinda do like it. I'm not ashamed to say it. I think it's the boy racer in me. It's one of those fun little streaks to use. And they've been so much more. They've buffed lots of things, and there's people doing YouTube videos solely on score streak buffs. I'm not one of them. So here concludes my in-depth breakdown of the hotfix. Now Treyarch claim that since it's not a downloaded file or patch, they don't have to give us a detailed list of the buffs or changes as of yet. I'm sure they will in a few days, I'm pretty sure they will. To be honest, they do. They really do have to. Now this is where, for me, it gets interesting. I don't know, maybe it's just me being me and a little awkward or fussy, but think about this. You and I purchased this game with our own hard-earned cash. We played it for the last month. We've got to grips with it, got the feel of everything. We moaned and groaned and cheered and praised the game. Some of us have different experiences, but we all bought the same game. We didn't sign a contract. We didn't give our permission to Activision or Treyarch to allow them inside our computer and change the settings or buff this or nerf that. But they did, and they do, and they always will. Now I know in an ideal world, if we all liked the same thing or hated the same thing, it would be obviously pretty boring. So it kind of got me thinking, who really are the game developers listening to, and why don't they sort out these so-called problems after the beta or pre-alpha, post beta, after, before, party, beta, alpha, you know, that thing. Now this game has been in development for 3 years, or we're led to believe, and they still find issues to be resolved. So did our playtest in the beta not find enough little problems that, you know, 1 month into full release they have to completely overhaul the score streaks? And I know that sounds a bit much, completely overhaul, but they did. Score streaks in the game to me are a huge thing. Just get them right or leave them alone. Now I work in retail. I sell stuff to people. I sell things to customers with confidence. I make the customer believe that this product is really, really good and that they will need it in their life and it's going to change their life. I never change my story or attitude. I never back down. I don't show weakness, even if, to be fair, if the product is utter shite. That's business. That's fucking business. I need to sell this thing. Alright, I don't intend on selling absolute shite, but some things are pretty shitty. But what I see with game developers now yes, we are a bunch of whining little fucks and we love to complain, but the thing is, we still bought this game after we had a demo, and that's very rare in retail. Not everything in life is try before you buy, so the biggest majority of us knew what we were buying, and then we still went and bought it. And then we have the audacity to complain. Yeah, I told you it was going to be a bit controversial. And yes, I do know I moan and cry and whinge about problems, but to me, the things that I have been whinging about, they really shouldn't be an issue. We pay for an online multiplayer experience, but we don't get a consistent or even fair level playing field online multiplayer experience. To me, it's like the game developers should really concentrate on what's important and get those right, and have confidence in their product. Yes, the little tweaks here and there, you know, improvements can lead to perfection, but I can't see an end to nerfs and buffs and changes in the game because we demand so much and the developers just seem to bend over and take it and then give in. It's like David Vonderhaar puts a tweet out, it could be anything. You know, I'm sitting here eating my dinner and you look through the replies and the comments and it's like, nerf this, buff that, change that. Fuck off. Just leave them alone. You know, you don't always have to be crying about nerfs and buffs and everything. It's just like, you got the game, play it. If you don't like it, move on. The thing for me is maybe I myself didn't want the score streaks to change. I never once mentioned them, but now at the minute I've no choice. They are changed. I was not asked my permission for them to change this part in the game which I purchased. Now yeah, I could choose to stop playing the game, but I paid for it, so I'll play it. To me, it's almost frustrating. It's like back to when I had my problem with the lag. So many other people didn't have this problem at all. So many people did, but there were still the fair amount that didn't experience my problems at all. For me, that was almost a game-breaking problem for me and for so many others. And the people that didn't have this issue at all, their reply to me was like, well, stop playing the game. And it's such a difficult thing. You know what, guys, I'm just getting so frustrated with all these demands from us, and then the developers just giving in because they constantly change the game and change almost like the rules of the game and change the peripherals of the game. So many things change from the game that I bought a month ago or from the game that I played, the beta that I played. To me, it's just such a silly little thing. You know what, guys, I'm going to wrap this commentary up because I may say something I regret. I know I kind of come across a little contradictory here, so but the thing is, it's my thoughts. So yeah, deal with it. I'm only joking. Listen, guys, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm just babbling on. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for listening. Score streaks have been buffed. Go and play the game this weekend. From what I hear, is double XP. So let's enjoy that. I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Love you so much, and bye.